There's a real sense of desperation in India as the country suffers with a devastating surge of coronavirus infections. And on social media, you can really get an idea of the desperation that is being felt by many citizens in the country. People using Twitter and other social media platforms to call for help, pleading here for medical equipment, for oxygen supplies and hospital beds. Many sharing this hashtag SOS Delhi, as they call for help in the midst of this surge of infections. But amid these cries and anger, you're also seeing action from the Indian government. They have ordered that Twitter remove a number of posts which have been critical of the country's handling of the second wave of the pandemic. This is a total of around 50 tweets, and it comes from a variety of sources, from government ministers, from opposition MPs, from journalists, and even from an actor. Let me show you one example of one of these tweets that has now been hidden from users in India. It was published by this opposition MP alongside this photo here. And here the MP says that India is recording over 200,000 cases of coronavirus every day, that there is a shortage of vaccines and medicines, and that the healthcare system is collapsing. But this tweet has now been removed under a law in India called the Information Technology Act. It's not exactly clear to us why this post has been taken down, but in a statement to Euronews, Twitter have said that they are committed to promoting healthy conversation about the pandemic, and they say they are also committed to tackling misinformation, and that following a request under law by the Indian government, they were allowed to remove these posts. You may remember the Indian government has previously requested that Twitter take down comments that are of dissent. But this decision now, during the middle of a pandemic, to take down these kind of posts has sparked a lot of anger online. A lot of journalists and activists saying that this is a move of censorship. One lawyer here on Twitter saying that the whole of the country is petrified, and while people are trying to keep the government to account, instead what the authorities are doing is an act of censorship. Other people online were targeting Twitter themselves, saying that the decision of the platform to comply with the Indian government was a moral failure. And you have other digital rights groups, such as the Internet Freedom Foundation, who've said that there was a lack of transparency about the decision, and they have called for the Indian government to provide more clarity on exactly why they have made this decision. But as I say, a lot of anger on social media, but also a lot of desperation, people calling for help, people calling for medical equipment to be sent to them online. It really is appearing to be a desperate situation in India.